This video is sponsored by EA Game Changers. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be doing another build using the new stuff from Jungle Adventures. Now I got this pack as an early access copy from EA, so thank you very much for that, EA. Now this is Casa De Morel. It's built on the Belomisia Field Station lot in Selvadorada, and it's a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom luxurious family vacation home. Now you'll see me doing the bottom half of the ground floor, the ground floor of this build, but I built that and then I cut all of the layout out because I changed the top floor a lot. I added a modern extension that you will see when I'm done with it, and also on the bottom floor all those modern windows get changed to the new terracotta style lattice work windows that we got with the pack. I really love those windows. I think they can fit in with any style of build. Like here I used them in a color that looks more traditional, but I've also used them in another build that's a lot more modern. Now here you're going to see me cut just after I did the roof, and doing the roofing for this build took me ages. So yeah, now this is the home. I have a little bit of a backstory for this house. Now it was owned by the Morel Morel couple, and this used to be a very derelict, abandoned old home, but when they passed away they left it to their niece. Now she decided to renovate it and add the modern extensions to it to turn it into a luxurious family vacation home that she rents out to people. Now I love that the house has a bit of a traditional feel with the wallpaper that you will see me putting in a bit. It still keeps to its traditional roots, or what I know about or it keeps to what I know about this more Mexican, South American type of architecture. I don't really know a lot about it, so it's definitely my interpretation of it. Now you'll see I'm doing landscaping right now, and I decided to leave it in, even though I do a lot of landscaping. But I love doing landscaping in my builds, and especially since this is in the middle of a forest, I thought it should fit in a bit. And the house itself it's modern. It has some modern aspects, but I wanted to make it feel like it's definitely built around the jungle. Like the jungle is starting to take it back. At the end of the video you'll see me putting a lot of vines and hanging plants on the building itself. Now you'll see I have changed the modern windows into the lattice work windows, and I have done the flooring for this build on the bottom floor and on the second floor. Now those tiles that I use on the first floor are from the new pack, and I love them. I'm also in love with the new wood flooring that we got that I used on the second floor. Now I do know that I'm using the phrase I love this or I love that a lot in any of the builds that has to do with the Jungle's Adventure pack. That's just because it is my honest opinion, and I am so obsessed with The Sims that any new content that they add I do end up loving, just simply for the fact that it is new and I can do a lot with any of the content in the game. Now of course there will be some things that I wish the game had, or I wish this was different about the pack or that was different. For example, I would love some packs with more modern things in them, but I do love all the more rustic traditional items that we have been getting with the new packs. Now the pool trim lining thing that I'm doing there goes away in just a bit. It was completely pointless because once I put in the flooring it doesn't fit in at all, so I just remove it. But I thought I'd just leave it in since it is an idea that I'm planning on using for a different build. So I thought I'd just show you that. Now we're starting with some of the lighting for the build. Now I love these new chandeliers that we got with the pack. I really like using candles and more opulent lighting in my builds, so I always use candles, and having another chandelier that is more candle based is something that I really appreciate. And these wall lights from the pack are also great. I love that they look, I don't know how to explain it, it looks like something you'd find in the Sims 3 World Adventures, something that might be in the Egyptian world, or I don't really know what kind of style they are, but I do really like them. And I have used some of the new doors in this house, those two wide doors that lead into the rooms. I love them, and I love that they have quite a few different color swatches that you can use to make it very diverse what you can do with it. Now the second floor, you'll see I've added the modern extensions with those big huge windows, and I have to say the views from all of those windows are absolutely gorgeous. I definitely wouldn't mind living or vacationing here, since I love looking at the outdoors, at jungles and forests, but I'm not a big outdoor person since I hate bugs, I hate spiders especially. So this lot does not have the creepy crawlies lot trait that came with the new pack, because I would probably give myself a heart attack. But it does have the bracing breezes, natural light and peace and quiet lot traits. And it is on a 30 by 20 lot. Now I have to say, I got some photos from my nephew this past weekend. Now he and 4 of his friends are currently in London training with the Saracens for 10 days, and I am so jealous of him because it's snowing there, and I love winter, I love the cold, but unfortunately where we live it never snows here. It snows on the mountains, but you can't really get there, so it doesn't snow where we can see it. So I have never seen snow in my life, and I am really jealous of him since he's been walking in snow the past few days, and all the pictures and videos he sent us, you can see the snow falling and it's so beautiful. I definitely want to see something like that one day. But yeah, once again I am getting off topic, but I'm using that big mirror that we got with the pack again. I think I used it in every room in this house, but that is another object that I can quickly see myself becoming obsessed with, but that's alright. We needed some more big standing mirrors in the game, since I don't think there's any standing mirror in game besides that one that I actually like. All the other ones are just too, I don't know, I can never make it fit with what I want the room to look like. Now you'll see I have cut out doing all of the bathrooms except the master bedroom's bathroom, but that's just because they're basically all carbon copies of each other, and they all have the exact same toilet, shower, bathtub, sink, everything in them. And I have added laundry into this build, since I thought, well, your Sims might like to wash their laundry while on vacation, but you can just ignore it or take out the hampers and the laundry machines if your Sims do live there and you do live here or vacation here and you don't want them to have to do laundry. It's really easy to take out. I stick the laundry machines in the biggest bathroom on the second floor, and at the end of the build I do go through and add laundry baskets in all the other bedrooms and stuff. So yeah, now this house has 5 bedrooms, and 3 of those bedrooms have double beds in them, and the other 2 have two single beds in them. So there's definitely more place for more than 8 Sims, but you can't have more than 8 Sims in your household unless you use a mod or a cheat, which I do use, but I haven't played with more than 8 Sims in quite a while. Now I used those blinds and sized them down because I didn't want big curtains across the windows, because I didn't want to interrupt the view. But in the living area, which will be in the other modern extension bit, I do end up using the big white curtains that came with Dine Out, just because I thought it needed a bit more coverage. But I didn't use it for all the windows. I just placed some in the corners to make it look like it could draw across the whole window, so it didn't interrupt the view too much. And yeah, you'll see me trying to use almost almost all of the items from this pack. There are some that I couldn't quite fit in with this, since it definitely had a more temple feel to them, to the items, and I couldn't find a way to fit that into this build. But I do pull a lot of it out and have a look at it. But yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that this pack didn't come with more paintings. It comes with a lot of decorative objects, but as I said, they're very temple based, and I couldn't find a way to fit them into a residential lot. I'm kind of disappointed that it didn't come with more, I don't know, ethnic or more Mexican style or South American themed paintings or wall coverings. There is one tapestry that I used in one of the bedrooms downstairs, which really is beautiful, but yeah, I'm just a bit disappointed that it didn't include more wall coverings or paintings or whatnot. So you'll see me struggling a bit with finding paintings for this house, since I didn't want to use too overly modern art, but the game didn't really have what I was looking for. But anyway, I do love this pack as a whole. I definitely think it is worth buying it. If you can only buy one game pack, I would definitely say this one would be worth considering. And yeah, now you'll see me working on the kitchen. Now this kitchen, I did something that I haven't really done before. I used an archway to the outside instead of a door. Now that archway did come with a pack, and it's the only 4 tile wide archway we have in the game. Now it is definitely more for a temple building, but I thought since this was an old derelict building that it might have been a part of the original structure, that the woman that renovated this didn't want to completely take out, she wanted to work around it. So she put the kitchen there with a big open archway onto the patio and the pool area. And here I'm using some of the new shelves that also came with the pack, along with the cabinets and the appliance. The fridge and the sink is from the new pack, as well as the cupboards and the cabinets on top, and those shelves that you will see me putting in a bit. Yes, those ones. I love that we have them with some stuff on it that looks like it could fit into a kitchen, and that some of them are completely empty, so you can raise up your own things to put on top, like I did right there. Now this kitchen isn't overly cluttered. It has some things that I think you would find in a kitchen, but I didn't personalize the kitchen or the rest of the house too much, since it is a rentable lot. So you can't really say what kind of personality the Sims that live there are going to have. And I love what I did with the sinks here. It's also something that I haven't done before. I used 2 freestanding sinks and an end table or console table in the middle to look like it was one big piece, the two sinks and the table. And I love those sinks. I love that they have glass, that the sink itself is glass, and that the taps come out of the wall itself, which is really cool, and I can definitely see myself using that in a lot of my builds. Now I'm adding my favorite exposed brick texture into the house, since I thought the walls needed a little bit more definition and something a bit more interesting than just the plain whitish walls that came with the pack. Now that exposed brick texture is from Dine Out, and I use it a lot. I use it for traditional or modern builds. And yeah, now we're working on the living room area. It is quite big. It has a lot of seating, and it has a computer and some reading areas with some bookshelves. Now, I did not place a computer chair at the computer desk in the video, but off camera I did go back and add in a computer chair. So the version that's up on the gallery does have a chair there, so you can use the computer. And that plant there that came with a pack, for some reason when you place it inside a build, then it goes quite dark like that with the shadows. But if you use it outside, it's completely fine. So that's just a glitch that I noticed in my previous builds as well. And I had a lot of fun just sizing down objects and placing them freely on the stable that I sized down. It added quite a bit of dimension to the room in my opinion, and those rugs are just gorgeous. They come from, I think they came with the Laundry Day stuff pack, and I love placing them in my builds. I love that they're already pre-arranged, even though they do come in separate versions, so you can use them separately. But I find those that are already 3 objects combined very easy to use, and they size down very nice, so you can make them a lot smaller and they will still look great. Yeah, that's where I forgot the computer chair. I have no idea how I did that, since my first thought for this room was it needs to have a computer, and then I forgot the computer chair. But yeah, now I started using those blinds there, but as I said, I will be replacing them with curtains. And you'll see me flipping from nighttime to daytime a lot in this video. That's just because I had to see if the rooms were bright enough at night, and I wanted to see how the shadows fell in the living room with the big open windows during the day. Now that plain wall right there on the outside, where I placed those 3 big paintings, that does change since I forgot to add the small lattice windows on that wall. But off camera I do go back and add the windows and rearrange the paintings a bit. They're a bit smaller and they're more in a stepped fashion, but they are still there. Now this is, I think, yeah, this is the last room that I worked on, not the kitchen but the entrance area. I tried to use that Laundry Day shelf somewhere in the build, but I couldn't fit it in. But this is the last room I'm working on. The entrance area just has some seating in it, so your Sims can come in, have a seat if after a long day exploring, and it has easy access to the kitchen. So yeah, I thought it was a nice place to gather, since in my family we tend to always gather in the kitchen when we get together. Our living room isn't very big, so me and my mom and my sister usually always stand in the kitchen talking instead of in the living room where everyone else is. And I sized down some of those saucer lights and placed them with the chandeliers, since they added a lot of light to the room, and the rooms are quite dark. Those chandeliers for some reason don't provide a lot of light, but that's fine. And on that shelf there that I used that came with a new pack, the wine rack, on that you'll see me placing a lot of random candles. Now 2 of those I do remove since they weren't meant to stay there. They were just placeholders so that I could raise up objects and freely place them without them snapping to the grid. So in the uploaded version and in the screenshots they aren't there. Now I will be adding screenshots at the end of this build, and you will see a lot of screenshots of the outside, since I love the outside a lot. I love how I somewhat managed to keep the traditional feel of this house while still having some modern aspects to it. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, but I hope you guys have a great day and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any ideas for future videos, builds, creator sims, or any ideas you would like me to hear about, just leave them in the comments below. I hope you have a great day and I will talk to you all soon. Bye!
burning. We're inviting the night in. Welcome, my heart so full, I'm devoting myself to the night. There's no motive, we're just listening, we're existing. Welcome, my heart.